So I was just confronted by a lady in pink at the Vet's Thrift Store, 1349 Idaho. Not to bring my dogs in. I'm going to go talk to the owner.
She works with builders in Idaho. So I want her and me to work and get you set up.
You found her.
On other places.
That's her.
Format, so we can I talk to her and then, that's something.
Yeah, why don't you do that, you know, and you know,
And
put
this is your
together.
email?
I'm Linda. Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, put something together and let me, you know, take a look, and then I'll talk to our board about it and see what they think.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
All right, thank you.
This
Dan.
lady here informs me the owners do not want me to bring my service animal in the building.
See the note right up there? It is a service animal.
It is a service animal.
It is a service animal.
Alan
She
is-
has her paperwork.
Okay, Alan told me that I have to see the paperwork.
So
You, according to the ADA law, cannot ask me for the paperwork. But I can assure you, I knew
But-
her before the dogs and
yeah.
the seizure stuff, and
So, the thing, we've had other people that just bring their little puppies in.
which I found out
Do you
that the
understand?
imposters can get a $100 fine now, but how do we prove it?
Exactly. You know, how do we do that? But I do know
But
that she
but
is-
between you and
dog
I,
is-
it's
That's
considered.
what I thought too, is because
But when you tell me I have to
Yeah.
give you paperwork and I cannot bring my dogs in here, according to the Montana Code annotated, it's a form of interference, is the language the law uses. And
Yeah.
I
we
like
all-
y'all too much to put in a
and
human rights complaint, but
they actually have this going before, and you can help me out with this a little bit too. They have it going before the legislature, and they're going to be defining that better because of all the people that are so fake. And so where do we stand? You know, you come in and say you don't have your paperwork, they should be giving you some kind of a little card to carry in your wallet or whatever.
no, actually your
understand
doctor
what I'm
gives you a
saying?
note, and in housing you fill out the appropriate paperwork. You don't have to carry anything according to the hotline for the ADA on the East Coast.
Okay, that may be on
Because-
the East Coast.
No, the actual
That-
ADA hotline number,
Okay.
they're in the East. And I called them wanting to know about these imposter dogs down in Hot
Okay.
Springs.
You see my note right here?
Except service animals.
Under the ADA, service animals must be harnessed, leashed, tethered, unless otherwise device used for service animals. In that case, the individual must maintain control through voices. And I do not see that if the dog's out of control or a direct threat, the business has the right to ask the service dog to be removed. That's what we're going by.
Right.
And
But I wanted to speak to you because of,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand, and I will find I will find the latest release on what they're saying, but I do know that they are trying to do something in the legislature to make it easier for us as businesses to
and
get
for us
control
legitimate
over this.
handlers.
Exactly. And most
Because I
of
don't
them-
have to mark the one that's
most
out
of
of
them
training, but I
have-
do just to keep the harassment down.
Most of them have the jackets
Hmm.
that say, and you know, then they come in and we know, which yours doesn't.
Mine
It
it's on the
has
leash.
On the leash.
Yeah. So she's still
But
marked
then-
and can be read from 20 feet.
But what they're also doing is they can get these jackets online.
Right.
And they're, you know, so it's hard for you, it's hard for us. And so I'm going to back both of you up at this time.
Okay.
I do know her personally. I do know that is her dog in training. As far as, you know, they are trying in the legislature to work with something to be able to say, is that actually your service dog? Yeah. What about the ones who brings their parrots in? Their service animal that's a parrot. Their cat.
In Montana, they can do that because
You
they
see what
haven't
I'm
changed the
saying?
language of the law.
That's what they're working on.
Oh,
now.
so they're working on Montana law.
Montana, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, because we've had these issues before. And I have a phobia of dogs. Seriously, I do. This lady who would bring her dog in and then have it jump up here to say hi to my receptionist,
Well, that's a no-no.
I'm going, this is not acceptable. And so we had to get very much more stricter on that. Because she's bringing her dog in saying it's a service dog, and then she's having it jump up to say hi to all my people. And I personally have a phobia and break out in a cold sweat when dogs do that kind of stuff. So I've got just the opposite as you.
And see, I had never noticed the phobia. Is it because I'm so like whoosh, on good manners with my dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and like when I walk in a parking lot and the dog's in its car and it's barking and it scares the holy crap out of me and I break out in a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So there's two sides to both coins, and I'm sorry if she offended you. I do know and can verify.
It was the
for you.
covert side spoken manner
So
with the shifty look in your eye that I didn't appreciate.
I had a shifty look.
You did. You had a shifty look in your eye, like you knew you were like maybe not doing something right, and I just. But then I have a brain injury, and I could have been misreading.
Oh, see, and me, I love animals, so it's just, it's
and
more
you
like
know, and
me
I told
bringing
you
me
I have a
because-
phobia to dogs, but I walked past your dog and everything. You know, you had control of it.
Mhm.
It was not bothering me, even though it's a puppy. But you know, just to let you know that you know, and like I said, there's two sides, two coins. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so we are trying to get more educated on that so that we don't, because we know a lot of our people have to have them for their PTSD. We don't want to cause them any problems, but we also don't, on the other side, cause problems too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
It
where we're
is
at.
a fine line.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
And
when
like I said,
when we
you
can
know,
get together and do
yeah.
something about the imposters,
And we used to
at least
have-
we're all on board.
Yeah, we used to have a gal here named Rhonda that actually worked at the vet center that was very much into dog training and all that, and she was the one that gave us a lot more information, but she's been gone for about 2 years now. So, and I haven't had too many people try and bring their other companion animals in that are really not service. I have the ones that come in with their jackets, and they're all very well mannered, you know, and so I haven't had any incidents in a while, but it's kind of like when that gal was having the dogs jump all over. I'm in the back having heart palpitations. Get the dog out of here!
That was called panic mode.
Yeah.
And to me, that's bad manners. If a dog wants to say hi, they have to keep their paws on the ground or sit,
Exactly. Yeah.
because nobody's interested. And like Bella, she's maybe 20, 25 pounds. I haven't weighed her. She's 12 weeks. She's going to be 80 to 100 pounds.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want her jumping on people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when she's 100 pounds, that's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
My
Exactly.
insurance rates will go up.
No, my daughter actually, she's got a dog.
Your other dog.
My current service dog is Shiba Inu, an American Eskimo mix. And she was trained for mild mobility assist. You'll notice a lot of times she has a tight lead. And when she's got the tight lead, it's because my back is locking up and it gives just enough tug to keep my gait going so my stuff doesn't freeze up on me. And she was trained for the PTSD. And then when it's almost 5 years ago, I got hit in the head with the truck. I got absent and myoclonic seizures from that. And she started to signal as part of the diagnostic process. Because we thought it was blood sugar issues, just like, oh, it's just the whiplash, whatever. No, it's seizures. She taught the cat, and Bella has been picking up her signals and does this nail on a chalkboard, like whine, scream, bark kind of thing, which down the road I want to get her more quiet with that, but because people, I don't, barking dogs and noise bothers my nervous system with my complex PTSD, so I want quiet.
Right.
But if she's going to signal a seizure, the other one will glare at me, and I often miss the clue. So noise might be a good thing. But
Yeah.
and then when Bella, the growth plates are done growing, and big dog's around 2, and that's when she'll like come out of training for actual mobility assist for when my sciatic gives and I fall. Shocker didn't get big enough for that. So. And then when Bella's around 2 and done growing, I would like to get involved with groups to help maybe breed her and help people acquire service animals that don't have the $25,000 to $45,000 to get one. Like I could get a seizure dog on Medicaid, but there's really long waiting lists, and people I know on Medicare cannot because Medicare won't cover it.
Right. Yeah, see, and that's where I'm at, because I can't afford a service dog. So I have a companion dog. And my doctor has wrote a statement that it is my companion dog, because of my, so, caregivers, he's there too. And what I do is I bought a stroller, and I put him in the stroller with his garment on. It's his emotional dog, and that's who he is. So, I don't put him in because he's cool. And he taught himself all about the hearing. He barks for me to hear someone do it.
I would encourage you to talk to your doctor, because if your dog provides a task, which you are describing to me that your dog provides many tasks for your hearing, your doctor under the law could change the language of your documentation. I would encourage you to look into that as a peer-to-peer advocate.
Okay, because he also tells me that, because I recently just had started heart problems, he'll tell me when my heart's bothering me before I know it.
Now, if you listen to yourself, if you're not describing a service dog, I don't know what you're describing.
I understand that.
Lene at Summit Independent Living Center, she's my advocate. They're really good people there. They're in the old United Way in the old mall.
And what was her name again?
Lene.
Lene.
Mm-hmm. Because she could help you navigate that sorts of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, see, and he's 15, so I'm like, he doesn't have much, and he may live longer than what I think, but, yeah. Because even my cat will tell me something's going on with me. And I just think it's wonderful.
If you're up to training a pup, your dog and your cat will probably teach the pup.
Yeah, possible.
Because with service animals, the puppy will be my fourth service dog. My first one was Golden Retriever Samoyed, and he was PTSD mobility assist. And then Trooper, which he went to the Rainbow Bridge almost 2 years ago. He used to come in here with me. He was lab white shepherd and coyote. He looked more like a white shepherd. But he did mobility assist and PTSD, but Trooper did a lot of animal-assisted activities with the physical therapist and stuff with my autistic boy, too. But each animal will kind of help the next successor learn everything from house etiquette to, well, I'm struggling with don't dig in the yard, but...
Puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So... yeah, well,
Yeah, that's cool because, and the laws are changing so drastically, and I'm glad they are, because these people cheat, and I'm going, look how long it took me just to get a companion.
see, I started with companion animal it was either 99 or 2000, and then in 2010 when they changed the language of the law and split the categories, my doctor said, we need to change the language of your documentation. I said, okay, can I ask why? And he told me, and I was like, oh, okay. So my doctor took the initiative, but before 2010, companion, ESA, and service animals all had the same rights and privileges. It was in 2010 when they split it that they kind of narrowed it up a little bit. But,
Okay, so, thank you. I think.
and ADA.gov, there's the frequently asked questions.
ADA.gov?
Mm-hmm. And then any questions that you...
I like to read up on these things, just for certain things like this.
And then any questions that you have, you can call the ADA on the East Coast. They have a toll-free number. Or you can call Lene over at Summit Independent, and they can get you any information you need.
I will do that.
Knowledge is power.